Hi everybody and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So to connect with these messages, hit that thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and little notification bell. If leave a kind comment for myself or for somebody else to find, and if you know somebody these videos will resonate with, go right ahead and share them. All right, so this is a general reading, so only take the messages as they resonate. It is also a retrograde reading. All right, so we're gonna pull the planet that is in retrograde that is affecting you the most. So if you don't resonate with these messages, go and find the sign that is in this particular planet and listen to them messages. You may very well resonate with them better. This is also for the Libra collective, or if you are a cross watcher and you are watching this video. All right. So let's go ahead and start with your retrograde planet. What planet that is retrograde is affecting the Libra collective for the viewer? What planet is affecting? What retrograde planet is affecting the viewer or Libra the most? What retrograde planet is affecting the viewer or Libra the most? Okay, I feel an air of stubborn coming through here. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, so the moon is in reverse. However, the moon itself does not go retrograde, but the nodes do. However, the nodes did not pop out. So Libra, I feel like you could very well be a bit moody. The moon talks about secrets. It talks about our dreams. It talks about reflecting. It talks about changes. It talks about the root issues. We have ruled by Cancer, so you could be connected to a Cancer. You could have Cancer in the moon here, Libra, or you could have a Libra moon and a Cancer sun. But Cancer could very well, or the moon. Hold on a second. Let me get my thoughts together here, Libra. So you could have some mother issues. And these mother issues could be, you could be reflecting on these issues. Cancer rules the 4th house of I nurture, inner world, home, roots, parents, inner security, family, self-care, emotions, children, women, and femininity. So Libra, you could be very over emotional, very moody. You could very much be in your feminine side. It could have something to do with children, maybe something with your family, maybe even your home life. You may be reflecting on how you were brought up and maybe some rooted issues that need to close out, because the moon does represent cycles, right? Maybe you're closing out a particular cycle. Now, before I go any further, Libra, we have in September, we have a new moon solar eclipse that is happening in your sign. So this also tells me, Libra, that next month during that solar eclipse, there is something in that eclipse that is going to bring profound changes and the closing out of old cycles that will bring new beginnings, new rewards here, because new moons talk about new beginnings, new, hence, right? Maybe something that you've been long denying, right? Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. We have Venus, definitely strong mother energy coming through here. You could be connected to an earth You could be connected to a Taurus, so you could be a bit stubborn. Remember, I said I feel there's a stubborn energy, and here you are at the bottom here, Libra. So it could have something to do with love. Definitely could have something to do with mother issues, or again, this is strong feminine energy. So you have the moon coming through here that is heavily affecting you, even though it's not retrograde. But I feel like, Libra, this has something to do with the eclipse more than a retrograde, all right? We're going to go ahead and move forward with it anyways. So what is the moon interrupting? What is this moon interrupting? We also have a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 7th. We also have in retrograde, in Uranus will be retrograde in September as well. So Uranus could be connected. It starts out in Gemini, which is the house of the twins, and ends in Taurus. Now, if you remember, Venus, Taurus energy was on here. Taurus and Libra. So you definitely could be connected with a Taurus. All right. So what is this planet interrupting for the viewer or Libra collective? Oh, talk about the twins, right? There you go. So it could be interrupting some sort of a relationship here. We have the M for moon. We have the M for mother. We have the M for moody. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and see here. Changes. It can even be a home, moving to another country. Your decisions tend to be right. So it's interrupting and causing some changes within your home. Home, right? And it is called Elwaz. So it's interrupting and bringing, closing out cycles and bringing changes. Another key word, changes. I just heard a rebalancing. It is a number 19. So it's bringing something rapidly. Somebody could be moving, maybe having to move. It says rapid progress in physical movement results in its representation of all forms. It was. All forms of communication and travel. Perhaps your communication equipment. So Mercury. Again, Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So Ella is associated with twin gods, heroes, divine twins, or horses. Harmonious relationship between two forces. It also represents the eight-legged Sleipnir, which is the horse of Odin. Soul travel, shamanic vision is journey in consciousness that is protected and guided. So you're being guided here. So something about Freya, fertility. Modes of transport. It can even be associated with a hallucinogenic drug or magic mushrooms that are used as a mean of traveling between two worlds. It is connected to the natural changes that occur during life. Because of its attachment to the ideas of movement and change, otherwise may indicate a change of occupation or a new address. So somebody could be literally moving from their house. Although it often indicates a journey, you will soon be able to tackle problems in a right manner, which will bring a quick improvement and a new outlook on life. Projects that flow smoothly from beginning to end have a successful outcome. So it symbolizes your instinct, progress, trust, loyalty, and faith in partnerships or a marriage. True friendship and fidelity. So it could be interrupting a particular partnership and giving you a new outlook on this relationship. Where you may have been looking, oh, well, that's not possible. And you could be avoiding taking this opportunity. Maybe being too hasty. For some of you, you could have a partnership that has a drug problem. And you could be reflecting on that. Right? That is something. So the moon or Mercury retrograde, or Mercury in itself, could be interrupting this particular relationship. You're completing this cycle, changing homes, right? We have Venus on the bottom, which would be representative of the feminine goddess Freya. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on into the next question, which is, what is shifting in your life, Libra? Okay. What is shifting? Well, either way, it's the same way. I really don't think that there is a wrong way. But this is Hagalaz. So what is shifting is a wish of change and freedom. But for that, it is necessary to put away the material reality. Put it aside. Look at your inner world, right? Your moon, your inner world. Reflect on that. If things seem to be out of control, a breakup might be a good idea for self-growth to complete this cycle, right? So what is shifting is a breakup in a relationship. Somebody could have a drug problem. Could be the mother of your children. Or maybe you're wanting to have children with this person and you're like, no. Something needs to change. So that is what I see here. So we're going to go ahead and read a little bit more about Hagalaz. It represents a number 9. And even though I don't think you can read it in reverse, chaos, disruption, loss, a need for shelter, unresolved matters, blaming others for shortcomings. So there is an unresolved matter that needs to be completed here. And that is what is shifting. Somebody is being nostalgic, which Cancers were the nostalgic ones. So somebody could be overthinking something or thinking. They're definitely reflecting. They're being nostalgic here. So Hagalaz is not just simply destructive, but it offers an opportunity for great change. Perhaps a journey from one world or lifestyle to another. And that's what the Awaz talks about, that inner journey. Unexpected disruptions. So there is something unexpected that's going to cause a big time shift. And it's going to be out of your control. You're going to see the reason for this limitation, I feel, when the eclipse comes. You're going to see it. Time of testing, trial, penance, loss, pain, and suffering. This demands that you let go of the past so that you can have room for growth, acceptance, and fortitude. So it is helping you to break out of your current cycle and bring changes, things that you're afraid of or refusing to leave behind. Hagalaz is going to force you to break out of it and bring about a major shift. When you look back after this period of time, it's going to stick in your mind where you had to develop a backbone. You don't want to put your future in the hands of this person. So don't start anything new. Somebody could have a gambling addiction as well, and that could be shifting. So you could be taking that inner trip into your inner world. And this talks about twins, twin flame journey. So you're on a twin flame journey here, Libra. Twin flame journeys don't always mean romance. Twin flame journeys are here to teach us, to help us grow, to help us complete karmic patterns, to help us clean up rooted issues, to help us let go of past cycles, past repetitive patterns. All right. So what do you need to be mindful of during this retrograde, Libra? Okay, the chicken foot, but it's in reverse. What do you need to be mindful of? Your health. You be mindful of your health. And don't assume another person's problems if they have a addiction, drugs, whatever. Drug, gambling, whatever their addiction is. Don't assume it. All right? And that's what you need to be mindful of, is your health. And the rune is called Algiz. It's a number 15. Describes vulnerability, danger, and forbidden acts, because this is a time when you are vulnerable. It can suggest that you have to sacrifice something for no perceptible gain. There could be someone you should avoid, or perhaps an offer that you should refuse. Someone may be using you, although it is possible that you are deceiving yourself or expecting something for nothing. It is advisable to be wary of new associations, and also to avoid those who drain you or pull you down. That could be assuming somebody else's problems, right? Somebody who maybe has destructive patterns of their own, maybe has some sort of an addiction that they cannot break here, all right? Algiz can suggest a lack of contact with your survival instincts and a lack of communication with your true nature. It could also warn about a period of sickness or the continuation of poor health. The message here is to look after yourself first, and only later to use your energies for the benefit of others. So it's time to take care of yourself. And that's what you need to be mindful of. Don't assume somebody else's issues. Somebody could be using you. Somebody has maybe some sort of an addiction because they have this addiction. And you could be deceiving yourself, as this person could be your one, right? This person could be your one. And Hagalaz is coming in and breaking it down for you. All right? And helping you to shift and change and complete this cycle of this rooted issue. This definitely has something to do with somebody that you are living with, or somebody that you reside in a home with. All right. So the last question is, how is this assisting your karmic path? Okay. So we have Breakup, but it's in reverse. How it assisting your karmic path? Well, it's making you look at aspects of your character that may be blocking your movement. So it's causing you to pay attention to the needs of other people around you. So that's what you're doing. It's causing you to wake up to people around you and their neediness. And this is how you will find your way. So this person could be a karmic soulmate. And that is what you are doing. You are reflecting on relationships. All right. And how I feel like for some of you, you are attracting people to you because you want to feel needed. Okay? And it's giving you a wake-up call, right? It is interrupting this particular relationship, right? And the cycles, repetitive cycles of drawing people towards you, because we're twin flames. We draw people towards us and their neediness. Like, because maybe you need to change something within yourself and shift something within yourself that is a rooted issue when it comes to females in your life or feminine energy. All right. So Berkana here. Berkana, sorry. It's a number 18. Breakup represents infertility. It can also indicate sickness for yourself or someone else around you who needs to be cared for. So be aware of your health. This person is sick because they have an addiction. So somebody could be dope sick. And they could be relying on you to assist with their addiction. It often indicates unfortunate domestic situation, right? Fraught with arguments, and in the worst cases, it could indicate too much sacrifice or martyrdom. Sometimes secrecy within a marriage or elsewhere, along with carelessness or loss of control, are all negative aspects of Berkana. If you are deeply unhappy, this rune suggests that you ought to examine your own character in order to understand what is interfering with your growth or what you are doing to draw such matters towards you. Again, drawing people towards you. So again, you are reflecting on your home life and you are seeing the rooted issues of why you draw people towards you. Like, it's a trauma bond, right? And that's what the twin flame journey is about, is seeing why you draw these people towards you and the kind of bonds that you carry. This is a trauma bond here. You may be putting your own desires above those of others, or you may be putting down with unreasonable behavior, putting up with unreasonable behavior, and that's what you're doing. So there is a major shift coming in that is bringing a profound change on this journey in your home life. And Haugalaz is bringing down, like that tower moment, is bringing down this old structure, and when the dust settles, you're going to see something more clearly of this repetitive cycle, and this is going to bring about a new cycle when it comes to emotions, your home life, your relationships with other people. Indicates success, but it's possible the success won't be long lasting. In matters of business, the ventures that you're involved in will have trouble getting started, or they may fall through. Business plans may need to be put aside until a later date. But I don't feel like it's business. I feel like it's love. I just feel like there is somebody that you think you love, that you have a trauma bond with. And how Elias is coming in and breaking that down and getting to the root of the issue so that they can reach in and pull that issue out by its roots so that you can complete this profound cycle on an emotional level. However, Venus does represent business as well. All right. Business and relationships, love, harmony. All right. So there you go, Libra. Thank you for watching and have a great day.